Right, this is for all teams. I'm going to flash through the agendas which we've got on our plates right now. Some of them are catastrophic emergency situations, imminent. Others are the same categories, but in 3 or 4 days' time. Most of them we already know about, but we're just going to confirm them here. Right, here we've got the fires which are taking place over in Los Angeles. Major, it's not gone away. They've appeared to be trying to stop everything that they can on fire directions with the equipment that's being given, but apparently I've even seen it myself. Dry lightning, deliberate dry blue skies, lightning comes out, fire start. Amazing. So we're also looking at what's happening on this. I've posted videos, others have posted videos. This is what they are doing. They mentioned 500 days to climate change. Boy, are they really, they're cranking it up now. If you look at the north now, you've got the EMF hit here, watch there. This is creating a storm and forcing what some have reported as weird pollution clouds, some type of deliberate deployment that's coming in over the UK, which is on our doorstep now. The other is Hurricane Irem, and we've got the fires up here on the west coast of the USA. Now, just coming back to this here, I'll point it out briefly and we'll go in detail later. When you see these frequencies, the white is maximum a deployment on their behalf, the white, and you'll see it right in the eye of the hurricane. We'll look at it later here now. This is further on, and if you notice, before it was going to miss the coast and come up like Hurricane Matthew. This latest findings I'm going to show you now, so when they hit it, did you see it pull south? It's pulling south. It might hit Haiti, it might go below Haiti. It's heading straight for the Gulf. Okay, and the wind increases on this. Let's start playing this. We are currently live here, 120 mile an hour, gusts of 140, 115. It's been increasing. So we're looking at the latest today, and it's September the 4th, 2 p.m. September the 4th, 5, 115, 115, 115, 140 gusts. But just look at where it is. It's now got, if we're looking forward, let's click here. By the time we get to September the 9th, they're saying it's doing 125 miles an hour with 155 mile an hour gusts, and it still hasn't landed there. And this is coming in, hitting these islands here, and then going through Florida, inland, and then back out and back down. That is the main confident forecast. So I'm going to give some separate deployments. Let's do them now. People like Lenny, who are up here, when you deploy south, we can, at a perpendicular push from the jet stream, you can move it. So if Lenny, you go south, we'll get coordinates directly south. You'll be looking at around about 15 degrees declination, full water. Try it for 1 hour first, full water with a 15-minute pause, and then go full water again for about 3 hours. We need to look at the jet stream, because if you push the jet stream down here in the Gulf, what happens is it bounces up downwind, and it'll take the hurricane with it. Okay, that's how you can bend the jet stream and take the hurricane back prematurely from this coast. Now we've got somebody in Florida. You in Florida, what you need to do on these rains as it comes in, you need to deploy a low potential deployment. The reason for that is, when we look on the Earth view, I mean, there is an incredible amount of moisture in this area. Look at this. we've got 54 kilos a square metre here. The Hurricane's got 60 kilos a square metre. In the Gulf we've got 55. So in the general proximity around there we've got 51 kilos a square metre. Off Mexico we've got 61 kilos. You can see how they're actually heating up and drying out inland here, somewhere the fires are. Just getting this inland here is going to be critical for us. So first of all, let's go back to Europe. This is this cloud we were talking about. This is live now. When this fires up, you'll see where that is. This was brought in from across the North Atlantic, and it's now over the UK. And this is the very latest, live in the last 15 minutes. Now, I'm coming to the fires first. I've got to say this, people keep asking questions, which is great. We'll do what we can, and we'll answer your questions. But if you haven't read the Montauk Cloud Busting page, then you should have, because not that it's annoying, it's just totally frustrating when people want to learn how to deploy, but they don't read this page, because everything and more, even I don't know everything on this page, and I've read it and read it. For example, we've got droughts now. If you're near a water source, including the sea, it says, first of all, to create cooler weather, draw westward. This allows the high potential to form west, channeling cool air from the north. Okay? To break a drought, here's the critical one. If you want to cause rains where the fire is, break a drought, find a large body of water. So if you've got lakes and rivers near you, such as the Gulf, or the oceans, or the Great Lakes, and aim the CB 90 degrees from that direction. Winds will carry moisture from those sources and dump it on the target location. Please read it. You need to deploy on lakes, rivers, and the sea, and the Gulf. And that will bring rains in. Obviously we don't want rains at the Gulf at the moment, but he's using that as an example. Okay, so that's on page 2. Many people read page 1. This is page 2. So you go up there to page 2 and go down and read it. So I'll do a special video just on the Montauk page and go through everything step by step, deployments, explanations, how examples were given as well. So, but that's for another day. Right, let's go on to the next subject. Right, with regards to the hurricane in the Atlantic approaching the Gulf, we've gone through if Lenny can deploy directly south at 15 degrees, full water for 1 hour, a pause, and then full water. We've got to try and get the jet stream bent on the for the remainder of the day, later in the day, if you can possibly do that, Lenny, slightly higher up, around about level to the horizon, 5 degrees above the horizon, to alter the upper jet stream. For the UK, I'm going to have a word with Nigel for people to get coordinates, how to go. We want to go some directly in the eye, and others we need to put a blockage further down below, perhaps where Haiti is. In fact, Haiti is a very good target to hit now in front of this as we come from the UK. For ones in Scotland, Richard Winter, we need to aim directly at this incoming storms here. So you need to head directly west at an angle of 20 degrees inclination, full water. Coming over to California and surrounding areas, we need to find local bodies of water to deploy to. A local body of water, or even the sea. If Kathy can employ northwest, slightly below the horizon to the sea, and then head east afterwards, 2 hours deployment, declination 5 degrees below the horizon, and east at 20 to 30 degrees inclination again, full water. And if Sean can look at bodies of water around this area to deploy at, that would be great. Inbox me on questions. I'll help you as the days go through. We're looking at deployments for the next 4 days. 4 days to handle what's going on. I haven't even looked at Europe yet, but that will be for a later video. So we've gone through all these subjects here. Fires in the USA, storms north of the Atlantic, hurricane southern Atlantic heading into the Gulf, and this, whatever this chemical was that came in the north, we don't know, we haven't a clue, but we've got our works cut out. We've got 540 people on the page. I would say 60% at least are inactive, and I'll be contacting each of them personally to get involved. If there's no response, then they will be deleted. So I will give updates. I'll look at each one of these. We'll be in touch, and we'll keep communication lines open, and we'll do some video updates as well to see how things are progressing. I will post all the links to everything we've discussed here along this video, so you can click on and find out updates for yourself. Try and be more proactive on the information and technique side. Please, everybody, read through the Montauk Cloud Busting page. Some fantastic suggestions there, and become skilled at deployments. Understand. If you don't understand, ask, and then we'll probably have a team conference where we can go through all these tips again. I think that's overdue. Some very, very important things going on right now, not even to mention North Korea. Not a lot we can do about that. We will concentrate on what's in hand. Okay folks, bye for now.